One of the questions that comes up among Christians is, will I be able to recognize my loved ones who have gone on before me into heaven? In other words, somebody might say, well, I had a grandmother, a believer in Christ, who died decades ago. Will I get to recognize her in heaven? Or someone else says, we had a sibling who passed on into glory before us, a beautiful Christian. Will we recognize them in heaven? Well, let's go to the Bible and see. Matthew chapter 17 gives us a real good passage to help answer this. Jesus has gone up into what we now call the Mount of Transfiguration. In Matthew 17, he is going to show Peter, James, and John his eternal glory, the fact that he is deity. He's showing the Shekinah glory. During this wondrous scene, Moses and Elijah, two residents from heaven, appear. Peter is overcome and says, there ought to be three places of worship, one for you, Lord, and one for Moses and Elijah. Now, God corrects that, saying only Jesus should be worshiped. But here's the question. How would Peter know who Moses and Elijah are? He never met them in this life. Moses had been dead for 1,400 years, Elijah for 900. How would he recognize them? There are no paintings or sculptures. The Jewish tradition would not allow that. We find in this passage that you can safely say you not only will recognize your loved ones from your lifetime, you'll recognize people you never met before. And for that matter, they'll recognize you. This is a wonderful promise that we can be assured of whenever we think of recognizing people in eternity.